Good morning, learners. It's another time for basic biology. We are looking at the human excretory system in our lesson today. Now, how are waste products removed from our body? Now, what part of our body helps to remove waste products? Now, what are these waste products? And are they dangerous to our bodies? Now, this question and more will be answered as we move along in this lesson. What is metabolism? Now, before we can fully understand the excretory process or excretion, as a life process, we need to look at the concept of metabolism. Now, what is metabolism? Now, there are many biological processes or reactions that goes on in our body every day. Now, these reactions are called metabolic reactions. And there are two types of metabolic reactions. We have catabolism and anabolism. And as you can see, even in the description, the picture that we have here, even when we take in food like protein, carbohydrate, and fat, and they are broken down, it's a metabolic process, because catabolism is a breakdown process in the body. And when our bodies break down protein, carbohydrates, and fats through the digestive process, that is a catabolic process. So protein is broken down to amino acid, carbohydrate is broken down to glucose, fats are broken down to glycerol and fatty acids. Now, when the amino acid, glucose, and fatty acids are used to build up protein, energy, and lipids, that is what we call anabolism, or it's one of the anabolic processes that goes on in our bodies. So this is just an example of the catabolic and anabolic processes in our body. Now, it is from these metabolic reactions that waste products are generated or produced in our bodies. And because these products are not useful to the body, then we need to pass them out or excrete them. Hence, the excretory process. Now, moving along, we are going to look at excretion itself and the excretory system. What is excretion? Excretion is the removal of metabolic waste from the body. Now, there's a system that helps to carry out the excretory process or excretion, which is called the excretory system. And the excretory system is made up of organs that remove metabolic waste products from the body. Examples of these organs are the skin, the kidneys, and the lungs. Now, looking at excretory organs and their waste products, from the picture that you see in front of you, we have the lungs, the kidneys, and the skin. Now, the lungs excrete exhaled air, and the exhaled air is made up of carbon dioxide and water vapor. Now, the kidneys, through the urinary system, excrete urine, and urine is made up of urea, uric acid, salts, and water. Now, the skin, through the sweat pores, excretes what we call sweat. Now, sweat is composed of little amounts of urea, uric acid, salt, and water. Now, moving along, we'll be looking at the excretory organs one after the other. Now, definitely you must have done, you must be familiar with the lungs, because it is through the lungs the lung attached to the respiratory system that we breathe in oxygen and breathe out carbon dioxide. Now, the lung is an organ that aids in gaseous exchange between our environment and our body. Now, it is an organ that helps to remove carbon dioxide and water vapor. That is the waste products of respiration, because it is through the process of respiration that these waste products are generated. They are generated from the process of respiration. Now, these waste products are removed from the blood and sent back into the atmosphere. Now, we're going to look at the kidneys. Now, the kidneys are a vital part of the urinary or the body's urinary system. Now, the urinary system, as you can see in the picture, shows the kidneys, the ureters, the bladder, and the urethra. Now, the kidney itself is for osmoregulation, and it also helps to remove nitrogenous waste in the form of urine. And urine is made up of water, salt, and urea. It is eliminated from the body through the kidneys. Now finally, we'll be looking at the last excretory organ that we have in the body, which is the skin. Now the skin itself is the largest organ in the human body. It covers the whole body, and it has 3 layers: the epidermis, the dermis, and the hypodermis. Now the skin also has what we call the sweat pores, which produces sweat, and the skin helps to eliminate sweat, which is made up of urea, mineral salts, water from the body. Now let's look at the summary for this lesson. Now 1, the body of living organisms undergo various processes called metabolism that produces waste products. Now these waste products are eliminated from the body through the excretory system. Excretion itself is the removal of metabolic waste products from the body. The organs of excretion are the skin, the kidneys, and the lungs. The lungs excrete carbon dioxide and water vapor. The skin excretes sweat, while the kidneys excrete urine. Now this brings us to the conclusion of our lesson for today. Now I want you to pause this video and go through the assessment and see how much of the lesson that you have really learned. And I'll see you again in the next lesson. Bye bye.